ENY with Greg Bernard features entertainment news, interviews, and everyday fun facts. If you want entertainment, check out ENY with Greg Bernard. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of BNY with me, Greg Bernard, here out of Ripley's, believe it or not, in Times Square. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., congratulations. You just got renewed for a 6th season. Now, this is all I'm gonna say. It's getting good. I can't wait till next season because we got Captain Marvel coming out, you got Avengers 4 coming out, you got Ant-Man, Wasp, you've got so many movies coming out. I wanna see more cameos. That's all I'm saying, more cameos. She's trying to keep you humble because my wife, she tells me the same thing too. She's like, you ain't nobody.
Right, yeah.
You just on a website. I'm like, but babes, what about people with no websites? They're like, everybody has YouTube.
Go get milk. We need milk and bread.
Go get the butter.
Go get the butter, right.
So listen, if you don't know who Mike Lilley is, incredible comic book artist, sketch artist, author, Nightwing.
Yes.
Detective Comics.
Yes.
Captain America.
No.
You did the sketch.
Yeah, I do. I did a lot of the Marvel cards. With Captain
the
America.
cards.
Yeah.
He does cards too. Tops. You did Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Keep going.
The Heritage.
You have a whole like
Lord
list.
of the Rings cards.
Yes. Listen. The Tick is my favorite.
Oh, great.
The reason being is because I grew up. Remember the Tick on Fox 5? What kid didn't grow up on the Tick cartoon?
It was
and
incredible.
then when they came out with the TV series,
right?
But you actually did the conceptual art for a couple of comics. Now, when you're drawing iconic characters like that, like let's just break it down.
Okay.
When you're drawing iconic characters that go back way to the golden age, to the 60s, 70s, how do you conceive that art into today?
Yeah, Nightwing, when I did Nightwing, he's the 3rd oldest character in comics. He's Robin, because that's the original Robin. Yeah. So when I took it on, I was doing a lot of fill-ins for DC Comics, and they wanted me to, can you take over and do a few issues in a row and a new storyline? And sometimes when you stare at that blank page, you get a little you get, you just freeze for a moment. What am I going to do? He has so many fans.
Yes.
Will I do him justice? And the editor's just like, do what you do. Just no pressure. So that's how you approach it. Just ease into it. Know he's an exciting character. Make it exciting for the fans. That's what they want to see.
Now, what gets you up every day as an artist? There are some people, they want to become illustrators.
Yeah.
They want to become writers. They want to be artistic, but they're scared to take the jump, as they would say. Well,
okay, I tell this to some students. I've had a couple of private students. It's hard to say, but there's a fire. You need a fire in the belly. I don't know if you could teach it. You just got to want it. You got to say, I want to be. It's not a disrespect to the other artists, but I want to try to be better than that artist. I want to sell more books. I want to make a mark for myself as an artist. So that's where you get up and you have that desire. It's like sports. The athletes where they just want to win. You know what I mean? And I don't want to win by stepping over somebody. It's more of like it's a challenge.
Right.
I know I can do that story better. I know I can work better. And then the second part of that is a deadline. That's what gets you up too, because they need it a certain day. And and since we're not in an office, you got to really have self-discipline. That's the toughest. One, because you got stuff in life. I got to bring my son to school. I got to make him lunch. I got to work. You work late. Some days you're sick.
Right.
So you're not in an office. So you really have to have a lot of that self-discipline. But I think it's that fire.
Enlighten people. What is the normal deadline for an artist, for a comic artist?
They're all different, obviously, but like a comic, they kind of want you to do 1 page a day.
Okay.
When I was on Nightwing, it was like 5 pages. So every Friday, you got to have 5 pages. Or they'll stagger it and say, 2 weeks, have 10 pages. If the deadline is broken up, and scheduled properly, it should be enough time, about 5 weeks, because they understand you might need time off, people get sick, and that's when sometimes fill-in artists can help.
Yeah.
So that's why it's always good to keep showing your work to an editor, because you never know, somebody is behind or they got sick and they need help. And that's how I broke it, by having a little window by somebody being, they're working on other projects or they're a little behind. And it's not to disparage them, it's just, the amount of work that they're doing.
Right. what piece of advice would you give
Yeah.
to a person that's out there right now? They have are a couple of pencils and a sketchbook.
Okay, well, the editors want to see full panel-to-panel pages. They don't want to see sketches. As
Really?
beautiful as they can be, they need to look like, you see the comic pages? They don't have to
Yeah.
be inked and colored. You go in and you target the job you want. So your resume is your pages. So your pencil pages, panel-to-panel storytelling, about 4 to 5 pages on 11 by 17. They want to see them full size. Show that to the editor. If you're an inker, show pencil and then the ink. So whoever penciled it, you have to show both. So left and right in your portfolio. And the color is the same thing, the black and white version and then your color versions. So the editor can see what did you do to somebody else's work. And it's best to work over somebody else's.
Really?
Not your own stuff. So because when they assign you, you're going to be working with an artist you don't know,
Yeah.
working with an inker you're not familiar with. They want to see how you can adapt.
This is my last question,
Okay.
and we're gonna end it off on a high note.
Oh,
Who is your favorite character to conceptualize? Like when you think of this character, that gets you going. You just gotta give it your all.
it's Conan.
Who's your favorite?
Conan. I've been a fan of Conan when my brother used to buy
That's so good answer.
the Savage Sword of Conan,
Yeah.
the black and white magazine.
Yeah.
My brother used to always buy that for me. And every time he came from work, every Friday he got paid, he'd bring me some comics. But that one stood out because it was large. The inking, because it was black and white, so you really see that beautiful inking. It was a lot of Filipino artists were inking over John Buscema. And anytime I see that sword and sorcery world, I want to do. I like to take that even into the superhero, and take that approach into the spandex heroes, or even a war comic, or even a horror. That energy from that book, that's a really.
But you know what? You're so good that we actually have to put you on the next show.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Guess what, guys? We're gonna get into some more news and fun facts. But yeah, this is part 1, and part 2, we're gonna talk to Mike about Revenge of the Sith and the
excellent.
cards and all the
Excellent.
sketch he's done for Lord of the Rings, and then Xenoscope. I'll talk about that in the next episode. Let's get some more fun facts right now. Why, hello there. Welcome to another episode of BNY with Greg Bernard. It is me, Sir Bernardo, here at the fabulous Ripley's Believe It or Not. Would you like a fun fact? I'll give you one, and I'll recite it out of the book just for you. In St. Paul, Alberta, Canada, it has a UFO landing. Now, the landing was built in 1967. And guess what it was built for? To attract Martians. Like Martians would need a landing pad. Maybe they would just march along in the skies. Laugh with me. Well, if you want to know more fun facts, come to Ripley's Believe It or Not, buy a book, and sit with me, and let's talk about life, facts,